couple of days.
Canal Corps or the?
No, this is the one that's
The River Days,
in
the
I'm like, I gotta
Willow
get it.
Little
Springs.
Springs.
Oh.
Tim
We just did that, then we
quit
stopped
going,
at Hamilton's.
just because he didn't see
Oh,
it
did you?
beneficial to
We
do
ate
it.
it.
Okay.
But he wasn't sure exactly what our commitment is.
They had some
legally.
appetizers when I was there, but then
That
the
this
reason I
thing?
went
Yeah.
home sort of early, I got there
I
about
don't think we have
5:30
one.
or a little after.
I don't think.
He said that they've told
Because
him
I was dying
that
of
we
hunger
do.
and we were
Oh,
going to
really?
go to eat. So.
Oh,
Well, that's
You know
news
where
to
we've
me.
been going a lot lately is that Chow's.
We don't give them any money.
across the street.
No, we quit giving him money, but I think that's what they're trying to do is get us to give money again.
And on Wednesday night,
I'd like to call the August 22nd, 2016 Village Board Meeting. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Trustee Childakis.
I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
This evening, we will be starting with Trustee Virgilio.
Here.
Blatzer?
Here.
Chaldikis?
Present.
Miklos?
Here.
Snagowski?
Here.
Stapleton?
Here.
Next on the agenda is the consent agenda, which consists of the approval of minutes for the August 8th, 2016 Village Board Meeting, the August 15th, 2016 Committee of the Whole Meeting, approval of disbursements, an ordinance authorizing sale and disposal of surplus village property, a resolution approving the purchase of a 2.5-ton dump truck, a resolution approving a professional service agreement with Christopher B. Burke Engineering. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Trustee Snagowski, second by Trustee Blatzer. Any questions? With none, roll call.
Virgilio?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Chaldikis?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Motion approves. Next on the agenda is on the mayor's report is, on the first one is our OAN Century Network member recognition, and I thought they might have been participating here tonight, but I want to make sure that everybody's aware that we have an odor alert network that is in the community that works closely with our industrial properties along the canal, and to anybody out there that happens to see different colored smoke or a different odor that's coming from somewhere on the canal, you can call the village office, or it also goes to the dispatch for Southwest Central Dispatch, and then they will get notified and they will go out and try to identify where the foul odor is coming from. So we want to make sure we recognize those folks it's a volunteer network, and they do a outstanding job of working with our industrial partners along the canal. Also, under the mayor's report last week, Administrator Schaefer and myself, George, came down for one day, had the opportunity to be in court for 3 days in regards to the trial for the Travers hearing on the Northern Illinois Will County Water Agency that I'm the chairman of, and that's the organization with ourselves, Homer Glen, Bolingbrook, Woodridge, and Romeoville, where we are in talks, or where we're in proceedings to condemn and take the Illinois American Water transmission line that starts in Bedford Park, comes into the Grant Road transfer station, it winds from there, goes to Bolingbrook, the metering station in Bolingbrook, and then to the metering station in Homer Glen. So as a collaborative effort, we thought that it went extremely well. I will say this, that I think every individual that is an American citizen should have to go and spend time and see a civil trial and see a criminal trial, just to understand what our justice system is, how it works and how that operates. I know probably two people in the audience, both Mr. McClafferty and Mr. Nitchoff, have been in court many times. No, I'm just so, especially Mr. McClafferty, I'm sure that there've been many green card violations. I'm sure that's that he's had to work with on that. But it was, again, I thought it went extremely well. Our legal firm was extremely well. We were very well represented, and we'll probably know in about 30 to 45 days how the outcome of this portion. If we are successful on this, then we go to the valuation stage to adjust from what our asking price or our condemnation price of $36.5 million is. And then it goes back and forth to an evaluation number comes out of it. And then from there, I'm sure that Illinois American will appeal it. And so it's one of these things that will go back and forth. But it is very important to the people, especially in Homer Glen and in Bolingbrook. Mayor Yukich in Homer Glen has made comments that he has senior citizens that are on fixed incomes that actually will not flush the toilet except for once or twice a day because of how high the water rates are. Water rates on just a monthly basis, it's a minimum of $100, regardless. That's just, it doesn't matter how much water you use, it's $100. And then depending if you have, children, all the things that go on, your water bill in the summertime can be $500-600 a month. It's just, in Homer Glen, it's outrageous.
And as I
So,
understand it, they don't offer any break for
there's
senior
no senior
citizens.
citizen discount either. Illinois American does not. So it is a true criminal act that, that I think Illinois American is taking, and I think we can do a much better job as far as the agency. With that, we had nothing else on the mayor's report. Audience participation, anything this time? With none, we'll go right to the clerk's report.
Thank you. I don't have any correspondence to share, but Trustee Childakis and I were invited to be guest conductors Saturday. It was quite an experience, and neither of the tunes did they stop playing or anything, so I guess it went well enough. But it was very interesting. And it turned out to be a beautiful day. You know how it didn't look like it all day, but this didn't start till 3, so it was really nice. A little warm, but nice. Okay. The ordinance this evening, if passed, would be O-23-16, granting a variation to 17.07.020.F.2 of the UDO to allow for a driveway access at a street at 23 East Logan Street in Lamont.
I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Made by trustee Childakis.
Second.
Second by trustee Miklos. We went through this somewhat not somewhat, and truly at length at the committee of the whole. I don't know if we really need to go through it again at this time. I think we pretty much know where we're at on it. So, does anybody else want to add anything as far as trustees? With none, roll call.
Virgilio?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Blatzer?
No.
No? Okay. Childikis?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
No.
Motion approves.
Okay, the next item, if passed this evening, is a resolution, and that would be R-49-16. And this is a resolution that's approving the IMTT Culvert Improvement Agreement with Norvilla Limited.
Okay. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Made by trustee Miklos, second by trustee Blatzer. Mr. Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. There's been a history over the years of flooding near the I&M Canal and near the at the I&M Canal near the IMTT property. To improve the issue, the village has submitted the project to replace and expand the culverts that go underneath the I&M Canal, and we've received approvals from MWRD for substantial grant funding to fund that overall project. This project was put into the fiscal year budget last year, and it took about a year to get permits through all the different agencies, but the project is permitted now. We bid it out, and the low responsive bidder was Norvilla LLC in an amount of $394,888.88. Again, the project consists of the removal and replacement of 3 existing culverts. Funding from the district through grant funding is about 70%, so the village has budgeted the 30% necessary for the project. The project came under budget, and the project will begin shortly after Labor Day, after coordinating with the successful contractor, and it's about a 45-day project. It'll get done before the end of the year. If there's any other questions, let me know. Thank you.
I have a few
George?
questions.
Yeah, Jeanette.
Just, are they going to access through IMTT or through our trail?
As part of the pre-construction coordination, IMTT's been open to allowing access through IMTT, or we can do the trail, whichever is easier. But we can.
Well, the only
IMTT is
concern I
open.
have is just damage to the trail.
understand.
Because that kind of work is going to tear it up.
I think they would want to come through our trail.
No.
You know, going through IMTT would be perfect for them. Sure, they'll jaunt through the plain.
And-
But during the pre-construction meeting,
And even during bidding, the contractors wanted to see the property, and IMTT was more than willing to allow them to come through their property. So we can coordinate that through the facility.
I would prefer that, Ralph,
Okay.
because
Understand.
those machines will.
It says right here they're looking for a good place to go through for a jaunt. So, for a jaunt. So I think that'll be a jaunt, right?
Do you know where IMTT is, Ralph? I do. Okay, I just want to make sure that you know where that's at, okay? I didn't know if you, okay, last week, you had a tour there last week? Okay, yeah, 2:30? 2:30 you were able to get down there? Excellent. I know it's a long time coming for this, and I'm glad to see MWRD finally putting some of these projects, literally our project, through all the CalSAG meetings that you and I have been through in the last 7 years. They keep talking about this. I mean, I'm glad to see, I think ours was the first or second project they finally released on their capital improvement projects. So
Yeah.
I am glad to see that they finally,
And it's a project of regional significance, so not just Lamont, but for the entire region. So it was good to see that go through, and all of our hard work at those meetings, which can be very exciting, paid off.
thank you, George. Any other questions? Roll call?
Virgilio?
Yes.
Glatzer?
Yes.
Chaldikis?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Motion approves.
That's all I have this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Village Attorney's report. Village Administrator's report.
Couple quick items, Mr. Mayor. Our website launched last week. If you have any comments, suggestions, we'd love to hear them. We received another one today of a small bug that we're working with Civic Plus already on. The one question we're getting is the look and feel isn't too intuitive on your mobile device. That is coming in September. The mobile app portion of the overall project got delayed about a month with everything else going on with our project. But the site is launched. The pictures are up, and we're continuing to work on fine-tuning some bugs. That'll probably be another month or two. But if you see anything, let us know. Please visit it. We want resident input. It's for the residents on sharing information of note in the interest of transparency, getting information out. So please look at it if you're a resident at home, and give us any input that you have on it. So thank you.
I just tag on it. I will let you know that I did, somebody stopped me and introduced themselves in Starbucks last weekend and commented on what a great job the pictures, the aerial shots of whoever did the drone shots and things of the town, thought it was just outstanding. So they were very impressed with how, the pictures come out and the topography, and it does a great description and showing of the town. So a lot of people don't, I don't think know that as far as really the topography we have. When you see it from that, it's a really nice shot. So,
And before, one more quick item. This is our last board meeting before the Keepata Day event, parade, and then also Heritage Fest. We moved Heritage Fest this year from July to September to create some synergies with the Keepata Day parade and give a little bit more of a buffer from the July 4 events. And we're excited. September 3rd, which is a Saturday. The information is on our website, but I'll go through it briefly. Parade will begin at 2 o'clock. It'll go from about 2 to 3. And then right after, that'll lead right into Heritage Fest, which will be from 3 to about 10 or 11, depending on how long you stay, with the kid activities early and then also some other activities after on. But we're excited with the new timing of the event and putting the two events together. And please visit downtown. And again, we'll see how successful it is and maybe keep it in September. But just want to let that known right now for the community. Thank you.
thank you, George. Did you hear that, Ralph? After 2 o'clock, you'll be out of bed. You can show up down there. It'll be perfect for you, won't it? Excellent. Board reports, I see none. Staff reports, look at that. Ralph Pakula, Director of Public Works.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a quick construction update for you guys. First, I wanted to mention that I understand that we need to do some adjusting to our budgeting and processing and planning for our projects to avoid the late construction season. I know it's not desirable, but we will do some adjusting for next budget year for sure. We have the McCarthy Road project. The water main is filled, pressure tested, chlorinated, sampled, and passed. So we'll be starting the services this week. So that project will probably be wrapping up mid-September. with the paving.
With the paving, I'm sorry, with the paving?
The paving,
Okay.
yes. So also with that, the resurfacing project that we have coming up is going to start right after Labor Day. I was pushing for earlier, but the contractor is not available, so it's going to be after Labor Day. So anticipate a lot of construction in Lamont after Labor Day. There's going to be IDOT projects going on, our projects. Like I said, we'll be doing some adjusting and planning differently next year to avoid that, the late construction season. But everything should be wrapped up by October, and we'll get through this.
Is there a way, I'm just trying to think for, obviously for school with the kids coming through there, is there any way we can do some of the, maybe the paving work, pick Friday, Saturday to do the paving work, so at least we only have one day that the kids have got to,
Yeah, we'll see when we have-
maneuver that or shut that part of it down so we can,
Yeah, the pre-construction meeting is August 31st.
Okay.
So I'll meet with them and see, what we can do to avoid, any construction.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, is just,
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
'cause
I'd rather have.
as soon as they put the first, they put the binder down and they come back and they put the next tar down, if they got to oil it then for the kids to drive on it, it'll be every parent will be,
I'd rather have it closed.
yeah, I want to,
I'll detour them to Lido or Houston.
Right.
And have them go that way instead.
okay, and if we need to have extra police those 2 days or whatever time that takes, let's make sure that we coordinate that just so the flow to get the kids into high school and the St. Cyril's goes as smooth as possible, if we could. Thanks. All right, a lot of busy stuff going on, which is good. Productivity and moving things forward. Any unfinished business?
I have a question on
Yes, sir.
unfinished business. How are we doing on our downtown canal project with the dams and that?
Funny you mention that, Trustee Stapleton.
Yes.
Mr. Schaefer gave us an update today that you're going to find both interesting and aggravating. So, Mr. Schaefer.
So we're working with.
Dr. Schaefer. I'm
Dr.
sorry,
Schaefer.
Dr.
I don't know if
Schaefer.
I was promoted. Yeah. We've been working with Christopher Burke on this project along with the IMTT project, and it's been in permitting for over a year now. We're down to the final step where the Army Corps is about ready to give its final blessing, but they're also working with the Illinois Historic Department. And what's happening now is there's a coordination between who's doing their review first, but it looks like we may need an archaeological study for the project. And Jeff, our engineer from Burke, is very close with the different districts, so he's working this through. More than likely, though, with another hurdle in this project, it'll probably be a spring project. The funding is still there. We'll be able to transfer the money, but just getting into this late in the construction season, more than likely permitting through the winter, and then we'll get started with the project in the spring. It's one thing after another. The different agencies are weighing in on this project. It's complicated for someone to see who's not from Lamont and understand the Item Canal and how it operates now. So if anybody can do it, though, it's our engineer. They are the masters of dealing with issues like this. So that's why we hired them, and we're going to get there. It just might be next spring, unfortunately.
Thank you, Dr. Schaefer. If you find the Grail, if you find the Holy Grail inside the Cayenne Canal, please let us know.
More like old tires.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in our unfinished business? Anything on our new business?
I got a new business item.
Well, Trustee Snagowski, we're anxiously waiting to hear it.
I got a phone call today from John Vanderbilt inquiring about whether we would be interested in setting up a weekend for a bicycle race through town. And I told him I'd bring it up tonight, probably something to discuss at the Cow, but don't know where we want to go with it, but either through us or the park or
This is
whoever,
This is about the fifth or sixth time that they've
Again, okay, so it's just another one. Well, what he told me is Glen Ellen has approached him, but he thought down here was much more suitable for it, so I don't know who did he talk to you, Jeanette, or?
They've talked they've called me, they've called Jeanette, they've called Ben, they called
Biggest problem is
George.
they want us to finance it.
Yeah.
I mean, to fund it.
Oh, okay,
And it's
Well,
pretty big funding for
yeah.
a bike ride.
okay. Well,
Running ride is different, but for a bike ride, you need lots and lots.
yeah, I have no details, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be willing to
If he wants to forward
Yeah.
something, if he's got, if we see it's the same guy again, then we can let him know at that point. But if it's somebody different, let's take a look at it. I mean, I have no
Okay, well,
problem
I'll
with-
find out what he's got,
Okay.
but I just want to give you a heads up. It might be something you want to put on a cow meeting or something. I'll tell him to come and,
Okay.
Yeah, have him send information to me again. It's been a while since he's contacted me. If it is the same guy, we can prepare an item for a committee discussion.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else in our new business? All right, with none, I need a motion to move to executive session to discuss under Chapter 5 ILCS of the Open Meetings Act, the performance of an employee and the employment of an employee under Section 2C1.
So moved.
Made by
Second.
trustee Blatzer, second by trustee Stapleton. Roll call?
Virgilio?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Childikas?
Yes.
Miklos?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Motion approved, we move to executive session.